7,18,000 crore. As of 15th May 2023, Mukesh Ambani's fortune stands at this staggering amount. Have you ever wondered how long could he spend his money without earning any more? To truly grasp the magnitude of Mukesh Ambani's wealth, let's envision a scenario where he decides to spend extravagantly without earning any more money. If he spends 5 crore per month, even then, he could sustain his lifestyle for approximately 12,000 years. Isn't it mind-boggling to think about this? You know, a lot of people think that money is the most important thing in the world. But they forget that the real treasure lies in our education and knowledge. And when I am talking about education, I am not talking about formal education. If we are ready to be flexible, keep an open mind, and keep learning new things, we'll become richer and richer. Even when things get tough and change around us, like this AI revolution. Welcome to Dragon's Perception, where we dare to see beyond the ordinary. We believe in challenging the conventional wisdom and igniting imaginations. In this episode, prepare yourself for a tale of two dads, each with their own unique approach to life and money. In Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki takes us on a roller coaster ride through his childhood, where he had not one but two dads. Wait, we are not talking about some weird family dynamic here. We have the rich dad, who is his best friend's father, and the poor dad, who is, well, his actual father. Robert described the twists and turns of his childhood. On one side, we have a highly educated, hard-working government employee with academic achievements, his poor dad, who always seemed to be struggling to make ends meet. It's as if he was in a perpetual game of hide and seek with his bills. His rich dad, on the other hand, devoid of any fancy degrees, he had never even completed high school, possessed a secret sauce, a knack for turning money into his faithful servant. He was master of making money work for him. He seemed to have the Midas touch. He was all about financial independence. Now here's the twist. His poor dad, like most of our people in our society, believed that the key to success lay in acquiring a good education and the golden ticket to a stable job. So he drilled it into little Robert's head to study hard, get a stable job, and climb that corporate ladder. But his rich dad had a completely different game plan. He believed in the power of financial education, building assets that would generate wealth, and the power of building those assets. It's like he was playing chess while the rest of the world was busy with snakes and ladders. One dad had a scarcity mindset, always saying, "I can't afford it." The other dad challenged him to ask, "How can I afford it?" This simple shift in mindset opened up possibilities and forced Kiyosaki to think creatively about generating income. My friend, there is a distinction between being broke and being poor. Being broke means experiencing a temporary lack of money. But being poor refers to a more long-lasting state. While being broke can change over time, being poor is often considered a more permanent situation. One day, Robert and his best friend Mike, eager to understand the secrets of financial prosperity, approached his rich dad. He dropped a truth bomb on the sorry state of our traditional education system. He argued that schools were great at teaching us how to be good employees, but they failed miserably when it came to financial education. No wonder so many people are stuck in the rat race, trading their time for money like hamsters on a wheel. They asked innocently, "Why don't they teach us about money in school then?" Intrigued by their curiosity, Rich Dad took them under his wing and became their mentor. Robert and Mike couldn't resist the allure of making some extra cash. They decided to work for Rich Dad in his little ice cream shop, excited to earn a shiny dime or two. But Rich Dad had other plans in mind. Instead of paying them a mere wage, he taught the boys a profound truth. A truth that separates the rich from the rest. He revealed this secret. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. You know, very few people understand this. Money possesses a certain level of power. But the real game changer is obtaining financial education. By learning about how money works and gaining knowledge about managing it wisely, you gain an incredible amount of influence and control over your financial circumstances. When you want to improve yourself and you perceive other people as the source of the problem, then you may think you need to change those people. If you recognize that you yourself are the problem, you have the opportunity to transform and improve by learning and gaining wisdom. Rich Dad's teaching were not just about money. They were about cultivating a mindset of abundance, courage, and entrepreneurship. Through a series of engaging stories and real-life examples, he shared his unconventional wisdom, challenging the conventional wisdom passed down by poor dad and society. He explained the difference between assets and liabilities, urging Robert and Mike to focus on acquiring income-generating assets, rather than falling into the trap of accumulating liabilities that drained their resources. Assets are things that put money in your pocket, such as real estate, stocks, and businesses. On the other hand, liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket, like cars, houses you live in, and unnecessary expenses. Rich Dad often said that wealth is not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep and multiply. Rich Dad taught them the power of financial independence and passive income, creating systems and investments that generated money even when they weren't actively working. He instilled in them the courage to take calculated risks, embrace failure as a stepping stone to success, and never settle for a life of mediocrity. You should know that to truly learn, you need energy, passion, and a burning desire. Passion is a combination of anger and love, and it plays a crucial role in the process. When it comes to money, most people prioritize safety and security over passion. As a result, fear rather than passion tends to guide their decisions. My friend, you should understand that by engaging in physical exercises, your health gets a lift. And through mental exercises, your wealth receives a shift. Imagine a life where money is not bound to your work, but instead serves as a dedicated servant, tirelessly working for your benefit on your behalf. Rich Dad instilled in Robert and Mike the skills to identify opportunities, negotiate deals, and master the rules of the money game. While their peers were busy playing baseball, these two young adventurers were learning the intricacies of monopoly with real-life properties. Rich Dad emphasized that the path to financial freedom required shifting one's mindset from being an employee to becoming an entrepreneur or investor. He explained the difference between the rich and the poor. The rich create and invest in assets that generate income, while the poor accumulate liabilities that devour their earnings. To further drive the lesson home, Rich Dad introduced the concept of rat race. He described how most people, driven by fear and a scarcity mindset, were trapped in a cycle of working harder and earning more, only to find themselves in deeper debt and financial stress. The rat race became a symbol of the struggle faced by those who chased money instead of mastering it. Many individuals often claim, "I am not concerned about money," yet they dedicate 8 hours of their day to working a job. You see, people's lives are constantly influenced by two powerful emotions: fear and greed. These emotions have a significant impact on the choices and behaviors individuals exhibit throughout their lives. Emotions are a fundamental part of being human. The word emotion stands for energy in motion. It is essential to be honest about your emotions and learn to utilize both your mind and emotions in a way that supports your well-being rather than allowing them to work against you. You should not chase the biggest paycheck. You should focus on building a solid foundation for your financial future. Rich Dad explained that while most people focus solely on their jobs or careers and fail to notice opportunities because they are preoccupied with the pursuit of money and security. Consequently, they limit their experiences to only those aspects. However, the moment you recognize one opportunity, you will begin to perceive them throughout your entire life. The truly wealthy understand the importance of building and nurturing their own businesses or investment. It's like having a money-making machine that works for you even while you sleep. It's time to evaluate your financial statements and redirect your attention toward income-generating assets. The idea of venturing into the world of business seems daunting, but it's a path worth exploring. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to overcome fears and take calculated risks, reminding him that true wealth lies outside of comfort zone. With the newfound knowledge, Robert and Mike were encouraged to start thinking like entrepreneurs. They began exploring ways to create their own assets and generate passive income. They launched a business, a comic book library, and experienced the thrill of making their money work for them. As the summer came to an end, Robert and Mike felt a profound shift in their mindset. They realized that financial education was the key to unlocking their true potential and achieving financial freedom. They understood that it wasn't about working harder, but about working smarter and making their money work for them. This newfound understanding ignited a hunger for knowledge in Robert. He devoured books on investing, attended seminars, and sought guidance from successful entrepreneurs. He was determined to break free from the limitations of the poor dad mentality and create a life of abundance. As Robert grew older, he applied the lessons he learned from his rich dad and became a successful investor, entrepreneur, and author. He embraced the power of financial education and shared his experiences with millions through his book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, inspiring others to take control of their financial destinies. Here is a fun saying: if you think money alone can solve all your problems, get ready for a bumpy ride. See, it's not just about having money. It's about being smart and using our brains to solve problems. When we are clever and find solutions, we will make money too. But if we don't understand how to handle money wisely, it can disappear before we know it. For example, there was a man named Sushil Kumar. He lived in Bihar, a place where life was not easy. One day, something amazing happened to him. He became a contestant on a famous TV show called Kaun Banega Karodpati, or KBC for short. Sushil Kumar was a regular guy with a big dream. He wanted to win lots of money and make his life better. And guess what? He did it. He became the first ever contestant on KBC to win a whopping rupees 5 crore. It was like a dream come true for him. Suddenly, Sushil Kumar became a local celebrity. People in his hometown admired him and looked up to him. They thought he was the luckiest person in the world. With that much money, he could do anything he wanted, right? But here is the sad part of the story. Sushil Kumar didn't know how to handle his newfound wealth. He didn't make smart decisions about what to do with the money. Instead of investing it wisely or saving it for the future, he spent it all without thinking much. Before he knew it, the money was gone. Sushil Kumar went from being a millionaire to have nothing. It was a heartbreaking turn of events for him. He lost everything he had won on the TV show. This story teaches us an important lesson, my friend. Winning a lot of money doesn't mean you will always be rich. It is not just about how much money you make, but also how you manage and use that money wisely. So if you ever come across a big sum of money, remember Sushil Kumar's story. Take the time to learn about financial management and make smart choices. Money can come and go, but being wise with it will help you stay on the right path to a secure and prosperous future. Remember, it is not just about money, it is about using our intelligence to solve problems and make money work for us. With the right knowledge, we can build a brighter future and make our dreams come true. For example, if you want to build a really tall and amazing building like Qutub Minar, the first thing you need to do is create a strong and deep foundation. The Qutub Minar is very tall and has lots of details, so it needs a really strong base to support it and make sure it doesn't fall down. But if you are building a smaller house in a neighborhood, you don't need such a big and strong foundation. A simpler one will work just fine for a smaller building. But here is the thing. Some people who want to get rich quickly try to build something big without taking the time to build a strong foundation. They don't understand that it's really important to start with a strong base. It's like trying to build a huge structure like Qutub Minar on a weak foundation. It can be dangerous and might not last very long. Just like Qutub Minar stands tall because of its strong foundation, if you want to be successful with money, you need to learn about money and build a strong financial foundation. It's important to understand how money works and make smart decisions. You might know people who are super smart and know lots of things about school, college, or work. They might be really good at what they do and have learned a lot. But when it comes to money, it's a whole different world. They might not know how to handle it well or make smart choices. Even though they are really smart in one area, they might not have learned important things about money and how to use it wisely. So it's important to remember that being smart in one thing doesn't always mean knowing everything about everything. Imagine you are on a journey where your hard work takes you on a path like this. First, you work for the company. Your efforts became like puzzle pieces that help the business owners or shareholders build their wealth. It's like being part of a secret team that contributes to their success and future plans. When you work for a company, your efforts make business owner or the people who own parts of that company rich. But it doesn't mean you become rich right away. Your success helps them be successful and save money for their future. Although, together, you create something amazing. Next, you work for the government. They are like magical tax collectors who come sweeping in to take portion of your hard-earned treasure. The government takes some of your money from your paycheck even before you get it. Sometimes, people work for a few months just to pay their taxes to the government. The more you work and earn, the more they want. It's like a challenge to see how much treasure you can keep for yourself. But wait, there is something else. You also have a special connection with the bank. They are like friendly wizards who have the power to lend you money. It's like a magic spell that lets you buy your dream home or use a credit card to buy cool stuff. But remember, these wizards expect more money back. It's like a puzzle to manage your debts and make sure you pay them back on time. So it's important to be responsible and keep track of your borrowed treasure. Secret to success lies in understanding how money flows and where it goes. The flow of cash reveals how someone manages their money. It provides a clear picture of their financial habits and behaviors. By becoming a master of these financial adventures, you can make clever choices about how you earn, spend, and save your treasure. People should think of wealth as a special power that helps you survive without working for a certain number of days. It's like a superpower that lets you keep going even if you stop working today. The more wealth you have, the longer you can live comfortably without needing to work for money. So the goal is to build up your wealth and have enough of this superpower to support yourself for a long time. Let me share a saying for people who have a lot of debt. If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you do is stop digging. This means that if you are in a tough situation, you need to stop making it worse and start finding ways to make it better. Poor people spend money on things they need and can't save much. Middle class people sometimes buy things they think will make them money, but they end up costing them more instead. Rich people, however, create or buy things that can make them even more money. So, the key is to focus on things that can help you make more money in the long run, rather than just spending all your money on things you need right now. That's how you can become wealthier and have more financial freedom. One powerful tool in our financial arsenal is entrepreneurship. Along our journey to financial independence, we may encounter fear and self-doubt. It is important to address these emotions and develop the courage to take actions. Remember, dragons are fearless creatures. They take calculated risks, learn from their failures, and persevere on their quest for greatness. By embracing the mindset of a dragon, we can rise above our fears, step out of our comfort zones, and take the necessary steps toward financial independence. By escaping the rat race, embracing a new way of thinking, investing in your financial education, building your financial arsenal, and taking bold action, you can unlock your full potential and soar to new heights of prosperity. If you enjoyed this episode, we invite you to be a part of our community by subscribing to Dragon's Perception. By doing so, you will stay updated with our latest episodes, empowering you to uncover the secrets of a life of abundance. Like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments to let us know how we are making a positive impact in your life. Together, we can achieve greatness.